we are going to discuss about deviation from Mendelism or exceptions of Mendelian principle, that is incomplete dominance. What is incomplete dominance? It is a phenomenon in which phenotype of F1 hybrid offsprings do not resemble any of the parent, but an intermediate between dominant and recessive phenotype is observed. Okay, it is a phenomenon in which the phenotype of F1 hybrid offsprings do not resemble any of the parent. They are observed an intermediate character between the dominant and recessive. So, according to Mendelian principle, according to Mendel, always the dominant character expressed in the F1 generations. But it was observed that in case of some F1 hybrids, there is an intermediate character is expressed. So, it is known as incomplete dominance. Let's see, for example, capital R represent the red flower pea plant, which is dominant character. And small r represents white flower, which is recessive. And the gametes are produced capital R from capital R and small r from small r. In the F1 generation, when two gametes are fused, produces the genotype capital R and small r. In the F1 generations, and it was observed that all flowers are pink. All are pink in color, except red. Here observed pink flower is expressed. The pink color is expressed, which is a intermediate color between the red and white. So, it is a phenomenon in which phenotype of F1 hybrid offsprings do not resemble any of the parent, but an intermediate between dominant and recessive phenotype is observed. So, it is an example of incomplete dominance. Okay. On selfing the F1 progenies, what is going on or what is happening? Let's see. Suppose the gametes from capital R and small r here, and from this capital R and small r. Okay. By drawing Punnett square, we get the F2 generation. This Punnett square is for F2 generations. Capital R. Here capital R, small r. Here capital R and small r. Small r. This is red. This is pink. According to incomplete dominance, when capital R and small r combine, it express the color pink. So, capital R, small r is pink. And here, pink. Here, the recessive homozygous condition, that is white color. So, the ratio of incomplete dominance is 1, that is red, pure red, and 2:2, that is pink, and 1, that is white. Red is to pink is to white. The ratio of incomplete dominance is 1:2:1. But according to Mendel, the ratio of a monohybrid cross is 3:1. Okay. Here, the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1, and also the phenotypic ratio is equal to 1:2:1. This is the genotypic ratio, and this is phenotypic ratio, and the phenotypic ratio is equal to the genotypic ratio, that is 1:2:1. The genotype and the phenotype ratio is same in case of incomplete dominance. So, what is incomplete dominance? Incomplete dominance is a phenomenon in which in F1 hybrid or in F1 progenies an intermediate character is expressed without the expression of dominant or recessive. Here an intermediate character of dominant and recessive character is expressed. For example, red flower and white flower. Red flower represents capital R, the genotype, and white flower represents the genotype small r. And in the F1 generation, we get capital R and small r, which is pink in color, which expressed pink color, except the red color. But according to law of dominance of Mendel, in the F1 generation, always the dominant character is expressed. So, here it is a deviation of Mendelism. Incomplete dominance is a deviation of Mendelism. Okay. It is also a monohybrid cross. But according to Mendel, the ratio of monohybrid cross is 3:1. Monohybrid cross. Ratio of monohybrid cross of Mendel. Okay, is 3:1. But in case of incomplete dominance, the ratio is 1:2:1. The phenotype and the genotype, both of ratio are same. Okay, the phenotypic ratio is equal to genotypic ratio, that is 1:2:1. So these are all about the incomplete dominance. In the next video, we will discuss about codominance, that is another deviations from Mendelism. Till then, keep watching and keep learning. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, that is AIMS Biology, for more videos. Thank you.